everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my Hufflepuff reading recommendations. So kind of continuing on with the series that I've been doing. So I looked online and Hufflepuffs value dedication, patience, loyalty, and hard work. So I picked out 5 books that either have characters that represent these values or general plot lines. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I first have Lou, but From Me Before You, and I read this a couple years ago, but I really loved the movie as well. But I feel like Lou really embodies someone who is so patient and loyal and hardworking. Like she, especially like the whole premise of this is that she kind of finds herself and realizes her full potential, but she is so loyal to Will, who she is trying to kind of make him realize that his life is worth living. But I love seeing her progression and how she becomes someone who is just becomes so passionate about who she is and like what she wants to do with her life. She's very much not sure what to do. She doesn't realize her true potential, and then she is very loyal in kind of what she does and like kind of sticking with Will. So I kind of like, when I was looking through all this stuff, when I was trying to find people that were like characters that were more Hufflepuff, I was like, oh man, I really want to kind of read this again because I love this. I read this like years and years ago, so it's been a while and I will be like, oh yeah, definitely will really like this. So this is definitely a tearjerker, but I love it, so what can I say? So this one is kind of more generally kind of plotline based, and it is Inside a Dog by Alexandra Horowitz. So basically it talks about what makes a dog, like what they think, how they see the world. And if you hear those noises, those are Tucker, my dog right now, who's being a little silly in his bed. But basically I feel like dogs really kind of embody that Hufflepuff mentality where they're loyal, they're dedicated, they are patient with you. And like I feel like that's what I say all the time, like people don't deserve dogs. Like dogs are just too good for us, and like they bring us so much joy, they love us so much. Like they literally get so excited when you come home. Like who else does that? Like what other living thing is that excited when you come home? Like I think they really embody that, and they're like the little Hufflepuffs of our world. And so like Tucker right now is just so cute and I love him so much. Like he's a little goofy guy, and I think he definitely, if he was sorted into Hogwarts, he would be a Hufflepuff hands down. But I feel like dogs just kind of in general encompass that Hufflepuff mentality where they're just so loyal to us for whatever reason. Next I have Minnie from The Help, and I feel like she would definitely be a Hufflepuff. She is very hardworking in one sense, but she's also very loyal and dedicated to her friends. Like she's very dedicated to her work, especially cooking, and how she's teaching someone who isn't very good at cooking. She's very kind of patient with her and all that. Like Minnie is like my favorite character in here. I read this twice. It's like when I tear my ACL and have surgery, this is like my post-op read. So I've read it twice now given my track record, but I feel like she's definitely a Hufflepuff. She's very funny. Like she just makes me laugh, and like if you've read this, like the opening chapter is just hilarious. Like I read this and I was like, oh my god. Like I got this for Christmas and I read it when I tore my ACL the first time, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so funny. But it's just hilarious. I think like Minnie totally embodies someone who is so Hufflepuff. Like she's so loyal to her friends. Like she's willing to risk everything to be able to write her story, which I think is interesting because hers was the one that was like, you know, provided some insurance, which I liked. But it was, yeah, I really love this book. What can I say? Next I have Cress from the Lunar Chronicles, and I feel like she, out of all of the characters in this series, I feel like she is the one that is the most loyal. She is the most loving, and she's kind of the most kind of optimistic out of the group. And I feel like that really embodies the Hufflepuff mentality, where she's just so loyal to her friends. She was basically locked in a satellite for all her life, and then she's kind of thrown amongst these misfits, and she loves them. She's so loyal to them. Like she is so ambitious and all that to kind of maintain that, and patient and dedicated to them, which I really loved. Like she's basically like, if you were gonna have a friend, like she would be the friend that I would want. So like I said, you guys are probably all familiar with this series, but she's definitely like my favorite character of this whole series. So Yeah, she definitely makes me smile. Next to Thorn, but Thorn is the best, hands down, but like Cress is a close second. And finally, I have Nikolaj from the Grisha world, and I haven't read this one yet. I read the original Grisha trilogy, and Nikolaj was definitely my favorite character in here. He's kind of quirky, he thinks highly of himself, but what I really like about him is how loyal he is. He grows to the people that he really loves, and I can't wait to pick this up. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews about this, but usually when it comes to Leigh Bardugo books, I kind of fall opposite of what the majority thinks, so I didn't really like Six Crows, but I really like the Grisha trilogy, despite its flaws. But Nikolaj, I think, is the best character of the Grishaverse in general. Like, that's my general opinion. But he's just so quirky, and I feel like he really embodies that kind of Hufflepuff, you know, loyalty to not only his kind of kingdom or like his country almost, and then like his friends as well. Like, it takes him a while to become loyal and trust people, but once you pass that threshold with him, he's like totally 100% on your side no matter what. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite Hufflepuff reads are and all that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.